I'm Les Wilkinson with the law firm of Wilkinson Magruder, your Social Security disability attorneys. I'm here with my law partner, Andy Magruder, to answer some of the questions you may have had about Social Security disability process. One of the questions, Andy, we often hear from our clients is, what do they mean I'm not insured? What's this date last insured date on this piece of paper I got from Social Security?
That's a great question, Les, and the date last insured is a critical date when it comes to any Social Security disability case. And what that means is, based upon an individual's work history and when they paid in their Social Security taxes, the Social Security Administration will determine what their date last insured is. It'll be a specific date, okay? Just to use an example, if a client comes to me and their date last insured is, say, December 31st, 2014, then in order for that person to be found disabled, we would have to show that their disability began prior to December 31st, 2014. And if their disability begins before that date, they will continue, as determined by the judge or the Social Security Administration, they will continue to get benefits after that date as long as they're still disabled. However, if their date last insured is December 31st, 2014, and we go to a hearing, and the judge says, well, yes, I find that your disability began April 1st, 2015, then they would have been found disabled after their date last insured, and they would not be entitled to Social Security disability benefits. Now, they may be, depending upon their family situation, entitled to SSI benefits, but typically SSI benefits don't pay as much as Social Security disability benefits, and of course they're subject to being reduced or eliminated based upon other financial factors like their assets or a spouse's income. So the date last insured is a critical date in any Social Security disability case, really the most critical date.
And I might add an example. Suppose somebody, for various reasons, quit working, you say at the end of 2008, and they saved up money and whatnot. They decided they didn't want to work anymore, and then in the beginning of this year, they had a car wreck, and they had been contemplating going back to work, but now they had this car wreck, and they're obviously disabled, and they go down to apply for Social Security disability, and they say, hey, your date last insured was well before you had this wreck, and you're not entitled to disability. So the date last insured is very important in determining if you are disabled, because if you have the wreck, after your insurance expires, you're not covered.
And let me add this also, Les, because a lot of people say, well, I've paid into Social Security since I was 16 years old. What does it mean I'm not insured? I'm not going to get any Social Security benefits? Well, first of all, again, Social Security is going to look at the last 10 years to see if someone's insured, okay, typically. But it also doesn't mean that if they're not insured, they could still be, in most cases, will be entitled to retirement benefits. It doesn't mean that what they've paid in over the years is they're not going to be entitled to their retirement benefits, but it may mean that they're not entitled to their disability benefits if they, in fact, get injured or have some illness which prevents them from working.
Right, because retirement benefits are different than disability benefits.